Hey, I'm Bean. I'm a butterfly. I wear a yellow hat. And oh, it's like almost Halloween. Got any cool costumes planned? One of you is dressing up as a coat hanger, apparently, and another of you is going as a breakfast burrito. Please, send me pictures. Okay, anyway, thanks for coming to this month's Brain Breather. That's when you help me tell a story that helps us check in with our minds and take care of our feelings. Brain breathers are like really good for when your brain feels like it's gonna explode and you just need a second to chill and figure out what's going on. Okay, so if we're gonna tell a brain breather story, we need some protagonists or main characters. So I was thinking that since we learned about the Puck Festival, when a goat from Ireland's Kerry Mountains gets crowned as king for 3 days, in this month's Sneak Attack, one of our protagonists could be a goat named, Pumpkin, because like Halloween, duh. And also, goats apparently really like to eat pumpkins. Who knew? Okay, we need one more protagonist. So, who do you think should be in our story? Are you serious right now? One of you yelled Bandaid for some reason, although I guess I shouldn't complain because last month it was a can of tuna. Anyway, our Bandaid's name could be, Patch, since Band-Aids help patch things up. And also now our protagonists are Pumpkin and Patch. Get it? You get it. Okay, so we're almost ready, but first we need a setting or someplace for our story to happen. What if it takes place in a magical cave? Since we also learned on this week's Sneak Attack that according to legend, the caves of Kesh in northwestern Ireland can transport people to different worlds. Okay, so we've got our protagonists and our setting. So let's get started. On Halloween Day, Pumpkin the goat woke up in her magical Irish cave, excited to work on her costume. I've got my pipe cleaners, plenty of squishy squashy moss, and enough glue and tape for about 15 fake veggie costumes. So let's make a broccoli mask, baby! But since Pumpkin was, after all, a goat, and goats don't exactly have thumbs, her broccoli mask very quickly turned into a disaster piece. This moss keeps getting tangled in my horns. And how did I already get 1,000 pieces of tape stuck to my hose? She knocked into something gooey. Why is there glue on my butt? Pumpkin huffed and puffed like an angry freight train. I only have 1 hour left before the haunted hooligan Halloween party, but my eyeballs feel like they're gonna explode. My horns might actually burst into flames. And my tiny little goat tail is twitching so hard I'll probably spontaneously lift off and fly away. What am I gonna do? Just then, Pumpkin's best friend Patch, who, yes, due to popular demand, is a walking, talking Band-Aid, wriggled into the cave. Whoa, are you okay, Pumpkin? Of course I'm okay, but instead of having an actual broccoli mask to wear, I'll just go as a sticky-footed swamp zombie with a helicopter butt. Oh, poor Pumpkin. Patch patted their friend's stubby little horn. Sounds like you're feeling pretty frustrated. Ugh, I'm feeling so frustrated. I think my face is gonna fall off. Ugh! Patch tapped their chin. Well, like my Uncle Ace always says, if you're feeling so frustrated that your face might fall off, try to see it before you do it. Pumpkin pulled a pipe cleaner out of her ear. Ooh, but all I see is a mess. Not with your eyes, in your mind. Because sometimes, if we can imagine ourselves doing something, it makes it a little easier to actually tackle it. Here, I'll show you. They sat up straight. Close your eyes. Now picture the first thing you need to do to get your mask done. Okay. First I'm imagining you helping me get this moss out of my horns. Okay, what's next? Well, then I guess I carefully glue it in place without getting it stuck to my butt. And then ask you for help taping the pipe cleaners? Perfect! And to finish it off? Oh, I know. You could hold the whole thing still so I can use my horns to punch the eye holes. Pumpkin opened her eyes and hopped to her hooves. Ooh, can we start now? Patch held out a glue stick. Let's make some face broccoli, baby. So Patch yoinked the moss off of Pumpkin's horn. Whoa. Together they glued it down and added the pipe cleaners. And Pumpkin carefully poked the eye holes without accidentally giving her friend an extra nostril. Phew! Pumpkin pulled on her masterpiece. It's perfect! Well, you definitely look like a big piece of broccoli with hooves. Pumpkin gave her friend a gentle hug. Thanks for helping me see it, do it, and feel a whole lot better. Well, yeah. What else are friends and Band-Aids for? So Pumpkin grabbed her goodie basket, and Patch wriggled into their celery stick costume. And together, Pumpkin and Patch trotted off to trick-or-treat until they were up to their eyeballs in candy. Trick-or-treat! Cherry! The end. Okay, that was fun. Thanks, Pumpkin and Patch, and thank you for helping me with our brain breather story. Yay us! And if you're feeling frustrated with something today, hopefully visualizing the steps and working through it with a friend will help you feel better too. So you can get it over with and go trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treat! Okay, grown-ups, if you and your kids had fun making broccoli masks with Pumpkin and Patch, please send this brain breather to someone else who might enjoy listening. Simply open this episode in Apple Podcasts or Spotify, tap on the 3 dots to the right of the title, and select Share. That's it. Oh, and don't forget to make a donation on ko-fi.com/storypillar if you're interested in supporting more great episodes. Meg threw the link in the episode notes along with links to some great resources for helping kids manage frustration. Okay, that's it for this week's Brain Breather. Bye. Come back next time if you want to. Oh, and happy Halloween!